through rain or shine, meeting here on the mat. Today's practice we'll use a wall, making sure you have all your stuff. And let's start in Padmasana. The eyes closing, soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. The hands lifting, the palms pressing together. Inhale. And releasing the chin lifting, the eyes opening. Yurudrasana, Adrasana. And now, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels lifted and the backs of the heels pressing against the wall. Push the shins back. Push the front thighs back. Roll the inner groins back. And then looking up and step the right leg forward. Back knee on the ground, the extreme hip openers, the right arm coming underneath to support the outer right leg. Exhaling, surrendering, trying to melt into that. And then back up and out, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels to the floor. Make sure the elbows are firm, the knees are firm. And now the left leg forward. Rest the back knee on the ground, left arm underneath. And extreme pigeon, exhaling down. And then looking up. And back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Press both of those heels back firmly and consistently. And then coming forward, plank pose and chaturanga. Lift the front shoulders, push out through the inner heels. And push yourselves forward now, so onto the tops of the feet. And from here coming to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Let the knees rest on the ground for this first one. Roll the thighs in. So the inner groin is moving up to the sky. Breathing. Let the body become accustomed and let the mind relax, the front face receding backwards. And exhaling back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. And again, coming forward, exhaling to Chaturanga. Now push yourselves forward, so you're on the tops of the feet, and from here coming to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Lifting the knees up this time, pressing into the tops of the feet, all 10 toes. The inner groins are still rolling up to the sky, even though the middle buttocks are pressing down. And Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. And one more time. Coming forward, preparing, inhale, exhale, Chaturanga. And now forward and Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. The front face receding. And Adho Mukha Svanasana. Re-push the front thighs back over and over again. And then looking up, walking the feet forward, hanging Uttanasana. Redistribute your weight evenly between both feet. And grip the knees and thighs up. The inner groins rolling to the wall behind you. And then hands releasing and rising back up. Utthita Trikonasana, outside edge of the left foot against the wall. Right leg forward. Grip the legs, bolt the outer hips. Have that firmness. Lift the chest, inhale. And exhaling. Make sure the outside edge of that back foot is consistently and firmly pressing against the wall. Grip the roots of the thighs. Stretch the arms apart. And then inhaling up. Changing sides. Outside into the right foot against the wall. Grip the legs, lift the arms, inhale. And with the exhale, reaching. Keep the outside edge of that back foot firm and constant. Roots of the thighs firm, gripping. inhaling up and releasing. Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Have some distance between your hands and your feet. And then forward, plank pose, Chaturanga. And then forward, Chaturanga 2, and Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. And now walking the feet forward, hanging with Padmasana, changing the cross of the arms from the last one that you did. Keep gripping the legs up and rolling the inner groins back. Releasing, coming back up, and Tadasana. Parivrita Trikonasana, using the wall. If you'd like to use a block for your hands, go ahead and have that. So the left foot, I'm going to move my right foot this way so you can really see the left foot, not facing completely forward, but not turned out. That angle, the back of the heel against the wall, right leg forward. Hips turning, coming through. Parshvottanasana first. Cross the thumbs. Lift, get that length in the front spine. Keep the back heel firm. And with the exhale, as you exhale, reach the fingertips forward and keep pushing into the back heel. And coming down. Adjusting more and more so that the front left hip bone is moving towards the right. Getting that turning action. Press into the fingertips to move the weight of the pose back. And then looking up. Bringing the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot and behind the heel, so the forearm and the outer shin are connecting, turning. And then Parivrita Trikonasana. Slow the breath down. The front face receding. The back heel firm. And then bring the hands back down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. And then walking the feet forward, feet the width of the mat. Hanging Uttanasana, changing across the arms. Grip the kneecaps up, grip the thighs up, and roll the inner groins back. And then releasing, coming back up. Right, changing sides. Right heel to the wall, left leg forward. Coming through Parshvottanasana. Lift the arms. Really lift them up and pull them back. Keep the back heel firm. And exhaling forward, reaching, the back heel firm as the fingertips reach. And coming down, Padmasana. Keep rolling your back front thigh in and see how it helps to turn the hips more and more so that you can really feel the right front hip bone going to the left. And then looking up, the legs still gripping, coming forward, Padmasana. So right hand across, forearm and the shin connecting. Keep the legs firm, the back heel stabilizing. Padmasana Trikonasana. Be with breath. Keep it as even as possible, the face neutral. Keep it reigniting all of the alignments. And then coming out, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Don't let those heels be light. Press them back. Press the front thighs back. And now stepping the right leg forward. Extreme pigeon. Back knee on the ground. And bringing the face to the inner foot. Hands back out, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. And left leg forward, extreme pigeon. And coming down, face to the inner foot. Keep relaxing the root of the tongue, observing the breath and traveling through the breath in the pose. And then looking up, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall, spread the fingers even more widely. Make sure the shoulders are broad, the neck completely relaxed, and push yourself away from the heels of the hands so that the heels on the wall are even firmer. And then looking up and walking the feet forward, hanging Uttanasana, changing the cross of the arms. Grip those kneecaps and thighs up, roll the inner groins back. And then releasing, bending the knees. And coming back up. Uttanasana. Padmasana, outside edge of the left foot against the wall. Wider distance between the feet to ensure that you can have that 90-degree angle on the front leg when we bend it. Squeeze the legs, lift the arms, lift the chest, inhale. exhale. Inhale and exhale, reach and bring the fingertips on the inside edge today so that the arm can really push that inner knee back, stretching the top onto the sky. Lift the inner arch of the back foot, push again into the outside edge of the foot, and from that pushingness, turn the top hand and extend the arm over diagonally. Straighten the elbow. Press the arm against the thigh to push the inner knee back, and from that, turn and twist the trunk even more. And the arm coming back up and out. And changing sides. Padmasana, outside edge of the right foot against the wall. Lift the arms, lift the chest. And exhale, make a square. Keep pushing into the outside edge of that back foot. Inhale. And exhale, reach. Make sure the outside edge of that back foot is firmly pressing against the wall. And that arm is pressing the inner knee and the inner thigh back. Turn the top arm. And extending over. Keep pushing into the outside edge of that back foot. As you extend the arm, feel the waist split. And then press that arm against the thigh to turn the trunk more and more with each exhale. And then the arm coming back up and out. And up, and release. Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. Relax the neck and head completely. Right leg forward, extreme pigeon. And then releasing, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Open the armpit chest. And then left leg forward. Extreme pigeon. And coming out, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels to the wall. And now knees to the ground. And stepping the right leg forward. Padmasana, preparation 1, 2, 3. Inhale the arms up. And first one. And second stage. Bringing the hand down, getting closer with the outer armpit to the outer knee. and the top arm stretched to the sky. Try to slow the breath down, it gets harder to breathe. Stay with that fluidity. Look for the softness within the hardness. And third stage, turn the palm and extend diagonally over. If your shoulder's having trouble accessing that, you can always bend the arm and extend this way. And then the arm back up and coming out, lifting and releasing, changing sides. The knee over the heel, the knee underneath the hip. Inhaling, stage 1. Slow the breath down. Relax the face. Let the front face recede. And second stage, getting deeper, snuggling in, left arm extending. Be with breath. And now third stage, turn the palm and extend the arm over diagonally. If that's painful on the shoulder, you can always bend the arm and then extend from that. It often gives easy access. Don't harden the abdomen, soften the gut so you can twist better. And then bring the arm back up, coming out. Inhale, lift. And exhale. And releasing. Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels against the wall. And right leg forward, extreme pigeon. And up, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Heels pressing back against the wall. And now forward plank pose and Chaturanga. And forward, Chaturanga 2 and Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And back to downward dog. Left leg forward, extreme pigeon. Be with breath. And releasing. And coming back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, but this time the feet together. And now move your feet so it's the soles of the feet that are flush to the wall. So you're really stretching the junction of the toes and the inner feet are still lined up. And now looking up, you might want to bring the hands a little bit closer and step the right leg forward to lunge, the knee above the heel. Push the sole of that left foot to the wall, rising. Inhale the arms up, Virabhadasana 1. And forward, plank pose. Chaturanga. Chaturanga 2. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, feet together, and the soles of the feet flush to the wall. Push the front thighs back. And now stepping the left leg forward. Bring the hands back a little bit. Roll that back thigh in. Feel the foot pressing against the wall. Squeeze the inner knee. Lift the arms. Virabhadasana 1. Keep pulling the arms up and back. And pushing the foot against the wall. Exhaling forward, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet spread, backs of the heels pressing, spread the fingers widely, push the front thighs back. And then walking the feet forward, hanging Uttanasana. Changing, of course, the arms. And then releasing and coming back up. Tadasana. All right, turning around now. Adho Mukha Svanasana, hands against the wall. Make sure the inner elbows face the wall too as you push back into the pose. Let the legs have that same density that you've been cultivating until now. And then looking up and walking in, Uttanasana with our backs against the wall. Bring the elbow tips to the wall. Broaden the shoulders. And then pull the elbow tips down and feel the waists lengthening. Keep gripping those legs. And then releasing the hands And slowly coming back out. Alright, going to sit on our mats. Upavishta Konasana. Can always put some height, of course, as needed, underneath the hips, the buttocks. Urdhva Hastasana. Lift the arms up as you press the front thighs down. And the arms coming back down. Change the cross of the thumbs. Urdhva Hastasana. Keep pressing those front thighs down. And stretch the arms more and more. And back down. Yoga Mudrasana. Keeping the pubic bone perpendicular to the mat. So don't let it drop forward as you bring the trunk forward. Front thighs pressing down. Pulling the toes back, pressing the heels down, pressing the front thighs down. And then coming back out. And Baddha Konasana. We're going to come to Yoga Mudrasana. If you have a very open Baddha Konasana, I'm going to take a little blanket here. And you can make a bit of a higher shape for your feet. And if you have a very tight Baddha Konasana, then you can take the same blanket and put it underneath your hips to help you to come forward. So, Yoga Mudrasana. You can bring the arms forward as well, of course. Lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. Just coming back out and letting go. We just move this blanket to the side, making sure that your arms distance away from the wall, and come to Ardha Padmasana. Of course, you can be sitting on the blanket, but the knees lifted really high. Turning to the right, Balavajasana in Ardha Padmasana. Try to lift the chest. Changing sides. Balavajasana. Press those back ribs in, lift the chest. And coming out, changing sides, right leg Padmasana, and if you're able to, left leg full Padmasana. Padmasana. Turn your head to the left, away from the wall, but keep twisting to the right. And then the head to the right again, continue that twist. And coming out, changing. Left leg into Padmasana, and if possible, full Padmasana. If not, Ardha Padmasana. Padmasana. Now turn your head to the right, away from the wall, but keep twisting to the left. And now turn your head back to the left. And unwinding and releasing. Alright, let's bring that Padmasana work into some arm balancings. So we'll be using the wall, and if you like to have a strap around your arms just above the upper elbow for some stability, that can be really nice. So creating the right loop. For me, it's inner armpit to inner armpit, and then a tiny bit smaller. Over the elbows, just above, not too high. And then coming in, straightening the legs, spreading the palms and fingers widely, and in your own time, lifting up. Make sure those inner feet are lining up. And then you're trying to climb the heels higher and higher up the wall, continually getting more length. Observe what's happened to the breath. And now Padmasana with the right leg. So bringing the right leg to Padmasana. And if possible, the left leg too, otherwise the left leg just bent in Sukhasana. Pushing up, getting taller. And then uncrossing, straighten the legs again, and then coming down, and releasing. Uttanasana, feet spread, parallel, fingertips to the floor. Relax the entire neck and head. Alright, changing side. Strap back on, or without a strap. Coming in. Place your hands carefully. Inhabit every part of the palm, the fingertips. Feel that connection and straighten the legs. And when you're ready, lifting up. Press down into the heels of the hands to ascend taller and taller and taller. Feel the ribs opening. Observe the breath. And now left leg into Padmasana. And right leg too if possible, or right leg just in Sukhasana. Now press down to pump up. And then releasing back up and coming out. Uttanasana, feet spread the width of the mat, fingertips to the floor. As the neck relaxes completely, press lightly into the fingertips to lift the shoulders up. So the shoulders aren't hanging down with gravity, they're lifting up, and the neck is hanging, the head is hanging. Good. And release it. Alright, we're now going to move into Pincha Mayurasana. So a block and a strap and a wall. Strap over our elbows. L shape with the hands. Feel the entire forearm connecting. Straightening the legs, lift the shoulders again. Walking the feet closer, keep pressing the forearms, lifting the shoulders, lats in, and when you're ready, coming up. Line those inner feet up, pull the toes back, the outer skirting of the feet coming down to the outer hips, and walk the heels higher and higher. And now Virasana. So bend the knees, feet to the wall, and then feet towards the buttocks. So the front feet are pressing against the wall. Press the middle buttocks forward, lift the shoulders, press, open the chest. And then releasing, coming out. Uttanasana. This time feet together. Fingertips to the floor, drop the head down. Make sure the neck and head are hanging completely, but the shoulders are lifting, broadening. And then looking up, bending the knees. Coming back down, our second Pincha Mayurasana into Virasana for extra opening of the thoracic cavity. Alright, strap right above the elbows, L shape. Watch the mind here, sharpen it. Press the forearms down, broaden the shoulders, straighten the legs, keep the head lifted. Walking in, and when you're ready, lifting up. Keep climbing the heels higher and higher and higher to avoid compressing the lumbar. Relax all of your facial features, no tension, but lots of strength and lifting upwardness. And now Virasana, bending the knees and the tops of the feet pressing against the wall, middle buttocks pressing forward. Now press into the forearms to lift up more. Be with breath. And then exhale and releasing. Uttanasana, feet together, that was our last one. And fingertips to the floor. Let the whole neck and head hang. Keep gripping the legs. And coming down. Alright, Supta Virasana. So we have our strap for our legs, come to the front of the mat, and finding Virasana. And then let's put the strap right over. If you have a sandbag, really nice to put them on the front thighs. The pelvis tilting on our way down. And stretch the arms back. Resume complete presence of breath and complete neutralness of the face, the facial features, emotional, external reactions. And then bring the arms back up and change the cross of the thumbs and stretch the arms back again. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet and pressing the front thighs down. And then bringing the arms back up, making our way out. Release the hips and buttocks back. Widen the strap a little bit to spread the knees apart. Yoga Press. And then looking up and coming out. Padmasana, feet spread the width of the mat, fingertips on the floor, just rinsing those knees out. Re-gripping the knees, the quadriceps, the inner groins rolling back. Re-emerging. And it's now time for Shirshasana. So blanket, wool, and our variations will include Padmasanas. Are we ready? Preparing the arms. Really important to press the thumbs against each other. Press down and lift the shoulders up, lats in, straighten the legs. And when you're ready, lifting up, Shirshasana. Of course, the inner feet lined up, and the heels climbing higher and higher. Observe your breath, releasing any tension from the face, and traveling with the breath inside the body. igniting that web of intelligence, feeling everything, noticing everything. Keep charging up through the legs, always trying to climb those heels higher and higher. Preparing for Upabhishakonasana in Shirshasana. Roll the feet away from each other, so just the heels are touching, the thighs are rolling open. Pull the toes back, firm the knees, and lowering the legs to a nice wide V. You can keep your heels on the wall, if that can really help, and slide the heels down. Now pull the toes back and pull the outer edges of the feet, the outer skirting of the feet, back to the outer hips, so you can bolt the outer hips together. And now we're going to bend the knees from here to Baddha Konasana, so you can use the wall again for your feet, and bring the soles of the feet together, and press them firmly together. Try to move the inner knees back, and find the indent of the outer hips, and squeeze them towards each other. This will help you to open the legs, the inner groins rolling to the outer groins, and squeezing the hips towards each other. And then straighten the legs for Shirshasana, 1. And we're now going to be coming into our Padmasanas. So first of all, bringing the right leg into Padmasana, and then going for the left. If the left can't, just have it in Sukhasana. Press the forearms down, lift the shoulders up. And then re-extend the legs to Shirshasana, 1. And now, Padmasana on the left hand side. So left leg into Ardha Padmasana. If you can join it with the right, do so. Repress the forearms down, lift the shoulders up, and be with breath. And then releasing the legs back up to Shirshasana 1. And coming down to Yoga Nidasana, Vajrasana. Palms facing each other so the shoulders can be really broad. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Neutralize the face again. And then coming out. Alright, taking this blanket, coming to some twists. Let's fold the blanket up into a thick wedge for some extra height. Arms distance away from the wall. Madhyasana 3 coming up next. We're going to do 2 variations, one with the leg diagonalized and then the second one with the leg in front. Right leg bent. Going to the right. And exhaling in. Turn your head to the left and keep twisting the trunk to the right. And now turn your head to the right and continue that action. And unwinding, left hand side. To the left. And slowly right in. Both arms, purposeful, essential. Then turn the head to the right, keep twisting to the left. And now turn the head to the left and keep twisting. And unwinding, changing sides. Second variation, the leg straight out in front. This heel as close as possible to the buttocks. Twisting. And coming in. And now you can either stay here and continue working this way, or if you're ready, stretch the arm and you can hold onto the inner foot and continue to twist. And unwinding, changing sides. Twisting to the left and coming in. If your armpit is very close to the outer knee, then you'll be ready to extend the arm and hold onto that inner foot and twist from there. See how beautifully this helps us to access the upper back and that stretchiness. And unwinding, changing sides, third and final one, same variation, but we'll see if we can bind. We have 2 stages before binding that you can be in if you don't like to bind. So coming in, stage 1. If you feel ready, stage 2. And if you feel ready, go right around, don't hold the foot, go right around and reach that right arm back. Stage 3. Re-inhabit breath fully again. And releasing, changing sides. So coming to the left, into our first stage. And if we feel ready, the second stage. And if we feel ready, the third stage, the arm going around, joining, finding, Madhyasana 3. All stages are valuable. Now be with the fullness of breath. And releasing, unwinding. Crouching pose. If your heels don't reach the floor, unfold the blanket and place them underneath the heels so the heels have something to press down into. And then Uttanasana, feet spread the width of the mat. Turn the toes slightly in, heels out. Hanging Uttanasana. Grip the legs up, roll the groins back. And then releasing. And bending the knees. Coming down. Alright, next twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So we want to unfold the blanket once, so it's from a Savasana blanket to fold it like this. And first of all, placing the left foot underneath with the toes coming to the side. Of course, the wall is there for us. And then coming to take a seat on that inner heel, inner ankle. And bringing the right foot across and the foot behind the knee. A little bit close, there we go. So we're coming in, right over, really trying to get the armpits close. Stage 1. This right outer hip wants to rise up, roll it down. And releasing, changing sides. So now the right foot goes underneath, the toe is pointing to the left, placing and sitting, and bringing that left foot back so the toes are not protruding in front of the knee. Turning to the left. And lifting the right arm up and getting right in stage 1. Roll that left outer hip down. Coming out. And yep, changing sides. So left leg underneath with the toes coming to the side. People love to point them back, so make sure they're going to the side. And the blanket, foot over and pulling the foot back. Stage 1. If you're really comfortable here, stage 2. Holding the inner foot. Press the arm back against that outer thigh, outer knee, and turn and twist more and more. And releasing, changing sides. So the right foot is underneath, toes to the side. And coming into sit. Placing that left foot. Finding stage 1. And if you feel ready, stage 2, holding the inner foot. And coming out. Last one, guys. Third one. I know this is where the mind says, I had enough. No, keep going. Penetrate. Left leg. Through our stages. Starting with stage 1. And then, if possible, stage 2. Which sets us up for a possible stage 3. The hand coming around, the binding and twisting. Slow the breath down. Don't hurry it. Force yourself to slow down, to go deeper into the pose. And then releasing. And last time, last one, Padmasana, changing sides. The right foot underneath, the toes going to the side. Blanket. Through our stages. And if you're ready, into the second stage. And then, if you're ready, stretch the arm forward and come to the final stage, full binding. Keep trying to roll the outer left hip down. Slow the breath down. And exhale. Unwinding. And releasing. Adho Gashtanasana, heels to the wall. Oh, that feels like a long time ago that we were doing those, doesn't it? We're in a whole other place. So spread the fingers widely, spread the toes widely, have distance, push the heels back, push the front thighs back, maximum expression, but keep relaxing the neck, the head, the brain. And then walking the feet forward, Parangushtasana. Holding the big toe. And then Padmasana. Hands underneath the feet. Exhaling, pulling ourselves forward. Gently releasing. And coming out. Alright, it is now time for Savangasana. So gathering all of the blankets you like to use and a strap and coming back to the mat. So here we are, blanket, strap. You could, of course, turn the blankets the other way so that your head is on that side, which meant that in Halasana or Ekapada Savangasana, you could have a foot against the wall or your feet against the wall, which a lot of people really like. I'm purposefully turning the other way for myself, but choose the variations and modifications that best support your practice today. Coming in. Inner armpit to inner armpit. The 3-finger rule of placement here. Make sure your strap is handy, because there's nothing more annoying than getting over and then realizing you don't know where your lube is. And there we go, coming over. And let's put the arms through the strap and re-roll the shoulders back. Make the arms strong. Press them down. Interlock the fingers. Re-press them down and lift the buttocks higher. And now, placing the hands on the back and lifting up to Savangasana. Lining the inner feet up. Pulling the toes back, the outer skirting of the feet coming to the outer hips, but climbing the heels higher and higher up that imaginary wall. Full, conscious Ujjayi one breath. Now keep the big toes touching and widen the inner heels apart a little bit and find the specific action of the thighs rolling in and the inner groins rolling back. And now line with the inner heels up again, but keep the action of the inner groin rolling back. Now stretch the arms straight, Padmasana 2. Press those arms down and charge up with the legs, even taller. And hands to the back again, Padmasana 1. And then lowering the legs to Padmasana. And then gently rolling back out. We're going to take the strap off the arm now. Move the strap to the side and rolling back in. Stretch the arms behind the back, roll the shoulders back, the fingers are interlocked, and press the arms down, press the front thighs up. Keep your feet active, push into the feet to press the front thighs up. Slow the breath down. Now let's change the interlock of the fingers. We roll the shoulders back, press the arms down. Padmasana on the other side. Don't let the front thighs fall. Iron into the thigh pads. Now place the hands on the back again. I know we don't have the strap. This is on purpose. And lifting the legs up because we're going to come to our Padmasana. So right leg coming into Padmasana and left leg joining. If it can't, of course, you can be in Sukhasana. Try to bring the kneecaps to the sky. And then stretching the arms up to rest the hands on the inner front thighs. The fingers pointing up to the sky. The eyeballs receding backwards. Don't let the face get hard with effort. And now drawing the Padmasana or the Ardha Padmasana towards you, towards the face, and wrapping around the arms. Deep breath, full breath. And then releasing the arms, the hands, lifting back up, Sarvangasana. Left side Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana. And then extending the arms, sliding the hands up. You're trying to press the middle buttocks forward and press the knees back. And then observe what's happened to the breath. Get that regularity again. And that innocence in the face, that neutrality. And now bringing the legs in towards us and wrapping the arms around, binding. Make sure the chin is still coming towards the throat. You don't want to start pressing too much in the back of the skull. Full deep inhales and exhales. And then releasing, bringing the legs back up and back to Padmasana. And then bending the knees and gently unrolling. And the moment the feet come to the floor, moving back. Press the inner knees against each other. This is like a nice gentle Padmasana. Breathing here. And now rolling over to the side. And let's just move these blankets to the side. Jatara Padmasana. Extending the arms, straighten the legs. Lift the hips to the left. And exhale the legs to the right, so the right hand is holding the outer right edge of the right foot. Twisting and turning to the left. And preparing to lift, bend the knees, adjust so you're right in the middle of the mat, re-stretch the arms, straighten the legs, move the hips to the right and legs coming down to the left hand, holding that left outer foot firmly and turning and twisting to the right. And then bringing the legs back up. And exhale. And releasing. We're almost there. Padmasana. No strap, because we'll be doing other Padmasanas, etc. in our Padmasana. So what we'll need is one block if you're very open in your archiness, perhaps 2 blocks, and coming back to the mat. So we're lying down, we have our blocks, or one block, your decision. First of all, let's see how the hips feel, how high you can lift and place the block right between the crack of the buttocks, the tailbone. Now if you feel that you're going to lift up higher, you want to try a second block, so then you would just lower this block, so it's lifting the floor up, And then you would take your next block and lift up even higher, placing it and coming into Ardha Siddha Padmasana, which being our knees bent and the feet parallel. Resume full Ujjayi, one breath, the front shoulders rolling back, the arms pressing down. Try and bring the inner knees closer towards each other, the outer thighs closer towards each other. And keep contact with the feet, pressing into the heels to move the buttocks towards the front of the mat. So the buttocks are not falling, you're not just resting on your block. You're trying to move the lower buttocks towards the knees, if you will. And this is keeping the sacrum moving in the right direction. Now bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then lift the right foot off. The knees bent and extend that leg straight to the sky. Ekapada, Siddha Padmasana. Pull the toes down, keep the back of the heel long. Press the arms down, press the back ribs up. And then bending the knee and foot back to the mat. Left leg now. Foot off the floor, bending the knee towards you. And with an exhale, straighten the leg. Ekapada, Siddha Padmasana. And then bending the knee and foot back to the mat. Bring the knees towards each other, the outer thighs towards each other, and press into the feet to activate the sacrum. Moving towards the front of the mat, the lower buttocks moving towards the front of the mat, and the middle buttocks pressing up. And now once again, lift the right foot up, bend the knee towards you, extend the leg, Ekapada. And now bend that leg like a Baddha Konasana and find Ardha Padmasana. Press the middle buttocks up, press the arms down, the back ribs in, and try to roll that inner groin to the outer groin, pressing the leg down. And then bring that knee back up, re-extend the leg, Ekapada. And then bending the knee and back down. Left hand side, foot up. And straighten the leg, Ekapada. And from here, bending the leg like a Baddha Konasana and finding Ardha Padmasana. The inner groin roll into the outer groin, the leg pressing down, the middle buttocks pressing up. The arms pressing down, the back ribs pressing up. And then lifting back up with an exhale, extend the leg. Ikapada. And then bending the knee and foot back down. Re-roll the shoulders back, press the arms down. Last little section here. Make sure your chin is coming towards your throat, so the back of the neck is long. Right leg coming right up to Ikapada. And then Ardha Padmasana. And let's see if the left leg could come up to Padmasana too. So we're in full Padmasana Siddha Bandha. Let the block press the tailbone up. Let your feet press the thighs down. The arms pressing down and the ribs opening magnificently. And then releasing the left leg, the right leg, both feet down. And then bringing the left leg up, Ekapada. And bending it into Ardha Padmasana, if possible, joining for full Ardha Padmasana. Press the feet down. Press the middle buttocks up and the tailbone up. Roll the shoulders back, press the arms down. Press the shoulder blades up, the back ribs up. And then gently releasing feet to the ground, parallel. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, and moving the blocks. Coming down one vertebrae at a time, being sure to tilt the pelvis as we come down. And then rolling over to the right. And come back up. Yoga with Rasan Sukhasan with the block for forehead support. Cushions of the fingertips to push the hips back. And then coming back up, changing the cross of the ankles, and forward Yoga Madrasa. The skin of the forehead gently moving towards the nose. And step back up. And it is finally time for our very well deserved Shavasana. So moving gently Let's take everything we might want to use and let's do a special roll of the blanket. So we have a nice cervical experience in our Shavasana. So a little roll here, which will go into the neck, and then rolling the rest of this blanket this way. And this will be for the back skull. Coming in. And adjusting. You want to feel that the cervical is supported, but the shoulders are below the blanket, so they're falling to the floor. And the back skull is a tiny little bit higher, so the roll of the back skull is a little bit higher than this roll, so that the forehead's not going back, which means that the brain gets tense. Obviously not what we want from our Shavasana. And then extending the legs and widening them apart, the heels to the corners of the mat, rolling the legs open, adjusting the sacrum and the hips, extending the arms, little pinkies going towards the thumbs. Just wiggling around a little bit, really feeling the back body, making sure that everything is placed as precisely and evenly as possible. And with an exhale, closing the eyes. Shavasana. And then bringing the hands to rest on the abdomen. And then rolling over onto the right hand side. And resting completely here, not anticipating the exit. And then using the hands to push yourselves back up. The eyes still closed, just taking a final seat, Sukhasana or Vajrasana, whatever works best for you. Palms pressing together in front of the sternum plate. Observe the strain of peacefulness. Observe that vehicle state. All of the outwardness has receded, moving away from that external created complexity and into this simple and pure spaciousness. Loka samastaha sukhinho bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And then the hands releasing. The eyelids opening. And welcome back from our long journey. This practice is complete. I hope that you feel utterly transformed and that you feel held by divine creative source and your dharmic path revealed more and more with each practice. Namaste.